Hi, it's Ralph and Lonnie D'Amicus, authors of the Planetary Calendar, back with a monthly forecast. This time we're going to be talking about February 2025. So get your calendar and follow along. So we'll continue on with the week of the 9th to the 15th. The 9th is Super Bowl Sunday. That's like a national holiday as far as I'm concerned. My Game Boy over here has been so game watching games with me because football is my sport.
Because I love her and I will sit with her.
You have a Scorpio moon.
Yes.
You like it. You enjoy it.
I like sitting with you. It's true. But
there's a lot going on that day. I really,
gosh.
We should do like a whole hour on analyzing the quarterbacks and the team, the key players in the teams, and when the team was founded, and try to see if we couldn't come up with who's the winner of the Super Bowl is going to be this year. But not everybody would be as interested in that.
I think it's very interesting, though, that the moon is in the sign of the crab, the hard shell, and all these players are wearing armor after all. And then most of the planets that the moon is making aspects to in the course of the day, which includes Mars.
Conjunction.
Right? Conjunction, Saturn, which is a trine, and a sextile to Uranus, which is technology. It's all about, they're all feminine signs. So I think it's interesting that it's all on the feminine signs. I always think it's always hysterical that the top prize for winning the Super Bowl is a really gaudy piece of jewelry.
Well, and look at the Mars trine Saturn. Do you think that might mean that we have a possibility of the older quarterback having some kind of an advantage, or the older team?
Maybe.
With Mars in the trine with Saturn.
Or the taller one. Maybe the taller one.
They're all tall these days.
It's a white circle day, and it's not just because it's Super Bowl Sunday. The aspects really are that positive, so we will see.
Well, and then you've got, the Mars trine Saturn, but then you've got Venus, or the Sun conjunct Mercury, so that would favor the younger ones. So
that's true.
It's a toss-up. It's a coin toss.
That's true. So.
Yeah.
Now, there are other things that go on during the week, by the way, just so you would know. Yes, really.
Oh, my goodness.
And admittedly, Tuesday is relatively quiet. The moon will go into Leo about, 9 o'clock in the morning.
A.m. sharp on the West Coast.
It's a mix.
That's 12 noon on the East Coast.
There's two aspects to the moon that are positive from Neptune and Venus. There's an aspect from Pluto, a square or an opposition to the moon in the course of the day, and Mercury square Uranus. So you may have like some technical glitches in the morning, in the course of the day, just so you know, with that Mercury square Uranus, you may have to clear out. What's interesting, on the 11th, then the Sun is square Uranus, because the Sun and Mercury have been very closely conjunct.
So you thought those technical issues were worked out? No, I don't think so.
No, but at least the moon is going to be sextile to Jupiter in the course of the day, which is generally always a very positive day. Now, the one to watch out for, other than Super Bowl Sunday, is the Wednesday, the 12th. That's the full moon. It's taking place at 24 degrees Leo Aquarius. If you have anything at those degrees, or 90 degrees in Scorpio, the eagle, or in Taurus, in those signs, okay, watch out. This is a real powerful one, because this opposition is happening square to Uranus. There may be electrical disruptions that go on in the electrical grid. There may be geologic issues, earthquakes. There may be extreme weather events. Okay, especially where these things are angular, which we're not really sure, but this stuff can show up all over the place. But like I said, check on your own chart. If you have things at 24 degrees fixed, pay attention that day.
Well, and also that void of course takes a nice chunk out of the day. It's later in the day on the East Coast. It's a little earlier, like the heart of the day on the West Coast. But that just adds another wrinkle to this full moon black box dynamic here.
Yeah, when you're that late in the sign like that, it can get pretty hot. Now, on the 13th, the moon has moved into Virgo. You're still going to be feeling the reverberations from the 13th, from the 12th. You're not going to be through that yet.
Well, and the Virgo moon is the time to get out.
Yeah, exactly.
We get a lot done on Virgo moons, and I think a lot of people have that same experience. You've got that square to Jupiter, so nose to the grindstone and try to figure out that without any help from Jupiter.
Exactly. And fortunately, on the next day, on the 14th, which is coincidentally Valentine's Day, Mercury will be moving into romantic Pisces. And so you've got this, and then you've got the
Love letters.
yeah, you've got the moon making in Virgo making a nice aspect to the Mars and a nice aspect to Uranus, making an opposition to Saturn. But Pisces is just a very romantic sign. It is a great day for kind of whispering sweet nothings into the people who
And
loves
with the
ears.
moon in Virgo, I mean, somebody might be making a nice dinner for you.
You
or
might.
plans for you. And
Well, they say the different love
somebody will
languages.
be taking care of the details.
One
for
of the
you.
love languages is doing service to the person you love. So maybe
There you
they'll
go.
wash your car or something. You never know.
There you go.
So, and then on the 15th, the Saturday, it's kind of a mixed bag because you have, really, I think it's challenging aspects to the moon is kind of the dominant thing. The moon's going to go into Libra in the course of the day, but you have an opposition to Neptune that happens real early in the morning. The real challenge is the opposition in the moon to the Aries Venus. I think that's more of an issue. It may be a day in which you find with your partner that you find yourself on opposite sides of an argument. Or you both want to state your opinion and see whether or not it's fair. But that Libra moon is the key. Keep working on it until you feel that it's fair.
Well, maybe that Sun parallel Mercury will help
a
you
little
find
bit.
the common,
Yes.
a little bit of a common ground in your communication there.
So you can understand what the main issue is and what the secondary issue that's hiding underneath. Once you resolve that, the top issue resolves a lot faster. But that's pretty much going to be a very interesting week, and we will see who wins during the Super Bowl.
So that's it for February 2025. Join us next time for another monthly forecast. You can find us on YouTube at Planetary Calendar Astrology. And if you don't have your calendar to follow along, there's still some available at planetarycalendar.com.